As per government sources that are revealing to CNN News 18 that there is a high possibility that Sonam Wangchuk, the climate activist, could be booked for the Ladakh violence. Government has gone on to blame him squarely for the situation. They've also claimed that Wangchuk gave provocative statements drawing comparison with Nepal Gen Z protest and Arab Spring, which instigated the crowd further. So this is a big news that was coming in. Remember, the government has already made this comment that it was Sonam Wangchuk who, in fact, managed to mobilize the protesters in the wrong way by making comparisons with the Gen Z protests in Nepal or even Arab Spring. And that is what got the crowd onto the streets, even involving themselves in incidents of arson, setting a BJP office ablaze. All of that happened because of the provocative comments by Sonam Wangchuk, and that is why there is a high chance that he might just be booked. So this is the latest piece of news that we are putting out for our viewers. High chances of Mr. Wangchuk being booked. Arunima has got us that detail. Yes, Arunima.
If you look at the Ministry of Home Affairs, the press release that they issued yesterday about the Ladakh situation, it was very clear that they put the entire onus on Mr. Wangchuk for the kind of violence that we saw. What the Ministry of Home Affairs said was that there were already talks underway and the government had indicated that they were open to preponing the talks as well. So the preponed date would have been today, 25th and 26th. The question that the centre is asking is that if there was a possibility of talks on 25th, then 24 hours before that, what was the need to, agitate and press on the accelerator as far as the hunger strike is concerned? Why were speeches in reference to Nepal's Gen Z protest and also the Arab Spring made at the protest site? Was this, in hindsight, the centre wonders whether this was meant to provoke the youngsters? Because MHA in that press statement very categorically said that it was these provocative statements that ultimately led to the kind of violence, torching of the BJP office and death of Ladakh residents.
Right, absolutely. Arunima, do stay on with us. We've got some more updates. Now, as per government sources, they are also going on to reveal that centre is open to advancing the proposed meeting that was supposed to be taking place on the 6th of October of the high-powered committee with ABL and KDA to September 25th and 26th. So they want to prepone that particular meeting in the face of this massive protest that has been seen in Leh and various other areas of Ladakh. Arunima, is this also something that will possibly, add to maintaining calm in the area? Because that demand of this inclusion in the 6th schedule is been very, very heavy. It has been going on since the very onset, since the very long time, including that march that happened from Ladakh to Delhi.
Yes, so let me just contextualize what the centre was saying as far as preponement is concerned. The centre had fixed October 6th as the date for the meeting of the high-powered committee to discuss all issues posed by ABL and KDA. However, centre had agreed that if it was required to prepone this date, then they were open to the idea of holding this meeting on the 25th and 26th of September, which would have meant that today or tomorrow, this meeting would have happened. But now with the violence that we have seen in Ladakh, I think the centre will also stagger its response. First thing that they wanted to do was to ensure that law and order in Ladakh was under control. That the centre has confirmed that by 4 p.m. on Wednesday, things have been under control and 8 companies have been rushed in as well. So, that is something that was first priority. Now that, the situation gets under control, I think they will start talking to the agitators once again to figure out what is the best, way forward as far as talks are concerned.
Right, Arunima. Thank you so much for all of that information. We'll keep an eye on this big story that we track out of the Union Territory of Ladakh. But right now we go into a very short break. News and updates continue on the broadcast.